Well,
Like,
who do you think it would be?
I'd imagine they'd put Gerrard in.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like it's getting engineered to that, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and it's, I've long been against him being the manager at this point in time.
Yeah,
It would ruin his legacy at the club.
Yeah, it's a different era than when Kenny Dalglish did it. Do you know what I mean? It's a different era. He's been out of the game a bit. He's not lit any big fires wherever he's been, has he? As a manager,
that's it. And it's, you might have a good run, and scrape us into fourth, and then you got a big decision: would you keep him on for the next year, or does he stay interim? And then
a bit like United with Eric, is that what you mean? Yeah,
yeah. And it's, I think, if you want to be seen as a big club, I think you've got to bring in a big name manager. And, bringing Klopp in with everything that was behind him in what he'd done was a very different scenario to bringing Slot in. Slot was unproven. Ran off the back of a good team, puts his own team together.
He had momentum with him. That Klopp had momentum, didn't he, in his career?
Yeah.
He had momentum in his career, and he carried on. I think Slot won the league, and then he didn't win it the following season, and then he came to Liverpool and won the league there, and then he's not done. I think, personally, I don't want to see Gerrard as the Liverpool manager. Love him as a player. One of my all-time favourite football players ever.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a bit more like when Alan Shearer did it to Newcastle. He was like going in to help and try to help them not get relegated, and they still got relegated. I don't like the fact of Gerrard doing that. I would have loved to have seen him helping someone, as in, even say I think it's already a done deal that Alonso goes. I just think the Liverpool hierarchy don't want to do it mid-season, and I think that's the right way of doing it. I think he needs a summer with them. I know Kerrick's not have that, but it's a different scenario. That I think for it to be Alonso and for Alonso to hit the ground running, he needs that pre-season and do what he needs to do and all that. I'd love to see him and Gerrard work with him, maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
Not being the number one. I don't see Gerrard as being. And is he too big of a name to be a number two? Maybe, because he's been a manager. So that means to me he shouldn't be doing it. But if he went in and helped out someone, I can see that one just as a morale booster, because he's the main man, isn't he?
Yeah, and if you want to talk about the pride of the club and all of that, he uses it. But would that dynamic work? And bringing any manager on now with 14 games to go, it's not proof of their true ability. No. They're adopting someone else's team that has obviously been playing poorly.
Yeah,
for them to be sacked.
Yeah, and they've not. When they say play poorly, they have played poorly all season. It's not like it's just a bad run of results now. Even that sort of unbeaten run of 13 games or something.
Yeah.
It
wasn't many wins.
Unbeaten record I think I've ever seen. So as an unbeaten, I would be embarrassed to even say check us out with our unbeaten run, because the amount of draws that are in there is scary.
Yeah, and then they won the first 5 games of the season, but 4 of them were won after the 88th minute.
Yeah, and they didn't look good in any of them.
No, they just kept sneaking victories, and So look, I think it's a poison chalice at the moment. Hopefully they have done some deals behind the scenes with Alonso or someone else, and then let him ride the season.
I don't know who else there is other than a lot. Like I can't look past Alonso being that next manager.